And look at Anderson, the tracks, he's starting behind everybody. He's getting roosted right now.
Jason, bad decision right there.
Because he forgot his jacket.
That's right, and that's what he get. Now he hasn't even gone on the track barely, and he's already muddy.
He's already pulling tear-offs.
The 450 division on the track.
And look at that. Marvin Musquin says, look, I want to show you guys how to get around this muddy track.
Again.
Or is that Tickle? That's Tickle. Or no, that's Marvin. That's Marvin.
Again, we're seeing the best riders in the world be tested right now on conditions that they're not used to. So this isn't something where these guys prepare for this all during the week and now we get to see them in action.
Wow.
This is a true test. None of these guys do this. Let's put you all out there and see how your talent and your skill set can adapt to this environment. And as sloppy as it may seem, it truly is a work of art watching these guys master this track.
Well, we're watching right now the number 10. Now we're back on Baggett and Tomac. See how they master it.
Eli Tomac right there.
Inside there and not jumping the finish line, not yet.
Not yet. I think we'll see it.
Look at that, double into the corner. Up, didn't double that one.
Up.
Doubled out of it though.
See, and that's something you got to keep an eye on too is, hey, you might not double the triple, but you can roll double, and maybe that line you won't see as many ruts. These guys are going to have to be aware of that all throughout the night. There's Weston Pike.
See how Eli got out of the way of his roost, went to the outside there, so he's not getting roosted on by Weston right now. And starting to see a lot of yellow flags. One rider down here, you're going to see which one. It was Brayton.
Brayton
went down, but he's back up. Eli took a different line and see if that works. Yeah, that works. He's going to get by Pike.
I wonder what the riders are doing with their gearing today. Do they just ride the track mostly in first gear? Do they make adjustments to keep it in second just in case they need that extra power? I mean,
they might. It's hard to say. I mean, I don't think they changed anything for this first qualifier, but they might after this saying, look, I find myself running out of gearing. I'm in first gear out there. I want to go a little bit. Maybe if I'm running a 50, I want to put a 52. I want to try pulling second gear around this track.
And there's Josh Hill. Hey, you picked a nice weekend to fill in on that factory Yamaha, Josh. Well, I don't think he minds it.
Nah, he's Oregon. He knows. He grew up with this stuff. He knows how it is. See how he's got his leg out the whole time? That's actually a balancing.
Right.
Hanging it out there, balancing.
Looking pretty good right now. Creative lines. You saw him go kind of out to in right there. 7 minutes left in the session. Here's Jason Anderson, the points leader, and I think this race affects him more than anybody because we've seen what he can do in regular conditions. He's been able to manage the storm. I think it's kind of funny to say that, but he's been able to manage the storm the rest of the season when things have been thrown at him. Now we have a real storm. How will he manage that? Will his motorcycle manage it? Because clearly in these conditions, he has the most to lose here.
Yeah.
This race is all about how he manages that and how he survives.
I think his motorcycle manages. We're watching him do this double and see how he jumps into the corner there. That's a good line. Let's see what he does here in the whoops. But I'll tell you one thing. He can't come from the back of the pack and work up to fourth like he did 2 weeks ago. If he needs a start at any time, this is the time when you want to get the whole shot.
Well, he can't put himself in that position. There's just too much uncertainty. There's too many things that we know are going to happen along the way. And, if you're coming from the back of the pack, you end up getting in a battle with someone and they swerve and crash and take you out and smash your header pipe. And now you're out of it because you were back in the back. So that's why the start is so important always, is to stay away from trouble. Well, this track's going to throw more trouble at these guys than anywhere.
Yeah.
So for Anderson, like you said, if you're going to pull a start, pull it tonight and stay away from some of the drama that's going to happen behind you.
Well, someone that's not having drama right now, Dean Wilson with a 114.8, Eli Tomac at a 115.7, and Malcolm Stewart, as we're seeing now on the screen, Malcolm Stewart third with a 115.0. So Malcolm's a big kid. Malcolm's used to this. I believe he was on the podium in 2016 to wrap up his East Coast Championship.
Yep.
He knows this mud.
And again,
there's Wilson.
If you're Brandon Leith right now with your 108, You are the fastest rider at the Seattle Supercross. And in fact, if you look at tonight, I guarantee the times will even be slower. He probably put the fastest time down for the day and the night. I'm calling up all my sponsors. I want an extra set of this and an extra set of that. Go look at those results. I'm the fastest guy in Seattle.
Well, let's take a look at the fastest guy now. It's Jason Anderson up to the top at a 113.2. So Anderson with the fastest. Cooper Webb having his problems over the finish line jump. That's where you're going to watch right now. You're going to see the yellow flags. Dean Wilson's going to go over, and Webb's gone now, but he was thinking about pulling the trigger there.
Right, you could tell him kind of like size up the rut a little bit there, and I think smart decision. He didn't do it. I don't think these guys would have the power out of that inside. Not anymore. And that inside is getting deep.
To be honest, Daniel, I don't know why they don't go to the outside. I mean, that inside line is getting so deep. That's where your shifter is. You take a chance. I haven't seen nobody try that outside line.
And you know what? I'm looking at it right now, and
it looks good.
It looks good. I think the outside of the finish line, I think they could do it. And again, they are probably thinking race lines. I don't think you'd want to go out there in the race and leave yourself open for a pass. But here's Anderson, the points leader.
But if you've got a bad start and you don't want to go on the inside, you see a lot of guys in the inside ruts fall down, and how are you going to get around?
Oh, here we go. Outside.
Oh, nice. He was listening to me.
And he doesn't do it. Jason, you could have done it.
But that's all right. He had to test it out. Let's watch the next one. I guarantee you the next one, hey, let me feel what the wheel spin feels like coming out of the corner. Oh, it felt good. I was hooking up good. We looked at him. It looked like he could do it. The next lap, he might pull the trigger and do it. He's got 3 minutes and, 16 seconds to do it.
He's your fastest right now with a 113.2. Malcolm Stewart second, Dean Wilson, Eli Tomac, and Tyler Bowers your top 5. Anderson looking good. He's aggressive, yet patient. That's exactly what you want in conditions like this. Continuing to find ways to double. Oh, Cooper Webb, sorry. Off screen, he does the finish line jump, so now we know it's possible.
Well, and the only reason why is we hear the crowd in the background, so we kind of get scared, like, whoa, someone did it, but we'll see if Anderson does it now. I bet Anderson's might try it. Let's see what he does.
The crowd loving it.
Oh, Anderson.
Oh, Anderson goes down.
See, and that's not what you want to do.
Nope. And again.
I would practice getting up fast if I'm him right now. Because if you go down the main event, you better get back up and get going.
That might happen tonight.
He's got electric start. That's good.
Yeah, we never even talked about that. That can come in handy tonight a little bit.
If you're Eli Tomac and you're on that Kawasaki and you don't have an electric start, it's going to be problems, as we see Justin Brayton down there. After the finish line, looks like it's so hard right underneath there.
Justin Brayton currently sitting in 17th in times. A little uncharacteristic for him. There's Anderson. He's still the fastest with a 113.2.
But now will he do it with his handle grips all?
Here comes Cooper Webb. Here comes Webb. Let's see if he does it. Nope, he goes to the inside. He doesn't want to give away his secrets.
Yeah.
Let's see what it does to his lap time. Moves him up to 9th with a 119. Josh Hill sitting in 10th. It's still Anderson, Stewart, Wilson, Tickle, Tomac. Your top 5 with about 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go. You know, we haven't even talked about this yet, Jim. We're talking about riding the track and surviving the track. How about racing on it? These guys still have to race tonight against each other. So not only do you have to stay disciplined and efficient and focus in front of you, but you got to pass guys and block guys. I mean, that's a whole other element we haven't even talked about so far. That's going to come into play too, because if you're in a battle late in the race, you can't follow a guy. You're going to have to go into unfamiliar territory, find a new line. As
7 deuce deuce, that wasn't a good line for him.
Nope. And here's Anderson again on a heater, looking pretty good.
He's got a rider ahead of him there.
Inside line.
He's been making that outside line work.
Oh, here we go.
I don't think he's going to do it, though. Nah, he's not going to do it.
Then why is he going out there?
Well,
what are you doing out there?
He's all right to test it out there. There's Brock Tickle now.
Tickle is sitting 4th right now in this session. We got to remember 2 weeks ago for him, he had a 2nd place in the main event. Not locked up, but looked pretty likely. And then got in a little collision with Dean Wilson, went up the inside, kind of took him out and cost him a podium ride. But he's going to look to make up for that here in Seattle, sitting 4th right now with a 115.4, so not too far off the pace.
This is one of the guys, Brock Tickle, that we talk about, a guy that you might not expect to win, he could win.
Malcolm Stewart could win tonight. And you know, with Malcolm
Anybody
too,
can win.
with Malcolm, he's got that rare skill set. He's got serious talent and ability. If he gets a good start, which we've seen him do in the past, Malcolm could be a threat to win this race tonight. And the checkered flag is out, so we'll watch these guys finish out their final lap. It's their last look at it before they go racing. And again, I think we're going to see and hear a lot of cheering from the crowd tonight because things are going to be wild and out of control. But right now, it's Jason Anderson with a 113.2. Malcolm Stewart, Dean Wilson, Brock Tickle, Eli Tomac, your top 5. Tyler Bowers, Christian Craig, Chad Reed, Marvin Musquin, and Weston Pike, your top 10. Webb, Hill, Freese, Ceballos, and Enticknap, Bloss, LeMay, Brayton, Baggett, Cunningham, your top 20